I'm Kev.
And I'm Steve.
And we're from the internet.
Want to support the show? Do all your Amazon shopping through we'refromtheinternet.com/Amazon, and it doesn't cost you anything extra, but we get a little kickback on everything you buy.
What's your favorite breed of dog?
Favourite grade of dog, was that? No, breed of dog. I understand, that's an actual question. What's your favourite breed of dog? Sheepdog? Not the sheepdog, obviously. We all hate the sheepdog.
The sheepdog or the Westie.
What is a Westie? People talk about Westies. I don't know breeds of dogs.
One of those little white ones with pointy ears.
What
square
stupid
heads.
little dog.
Like Caesar.
What's Caesar? The
dog
emperor,
food.
the Roman
No,
emperor.
the dog food.
The Saxon emperor, Caesar.
I used to know one when I was a kid called Whiskey.
I don't know that you know a dog.
Well, I saw him out and about with his owner.
A Westie called Whiskey?
Mm.
That troubles me.
She was Irish.
The dog?
No, the owner.
I'd like an Irish dog. You get Irish dogs?
Irish setter.
What?
Dog.
I don't really understand dog breeds. In fact, I don't understand dogs full stop. Because how do you get a big dog to breed with a little dog? How are they the same? How are dogs the same species, but they're all completely different? How did that happen? Explain evolution to me. Did they all start? Did you originally just have dog?
The legend is you had 5 wolves in Japan.
Which
or
one's
China.
the legend? There's a story to it.
Yeah, there's a story. There was 5 wolves that they domesticated and bred, and then...
Well, how did they become such different creatures?
Well, because over the years they said, "Oh, I like the ones with floppy ears. Let's breed that a bit more."
How though? Well,
But they've done it now. If you look at the British Bulldog, that doesn't look anything like it did 50 years ago.
how is it different?
People like them having squidgy faces, so they breed the ones with squidgy faces. Now they're so squidgy, they die of squidginess.
So, over what period of time did this happen? How long ago were the Chinese dogs out there, the wolves?
Oh, I think that's like thousands of years ago.
So, thousands of years ago, evolution was understood to that extent.
No, I think they just bred the wolves, and over time, I guess they just got different ones. Like you breed racehorses to be faster and better and so on.
Yeah, but they all look like horses. You don't get horses that quarter the size of a normal
You get
horse and
different
have a
colour
big bushy
horses,
tail.
and you do get different sized horses.
You don't get miniature horses.
Yes, you do.
You don't get horses
That's a thing.
What? You don't get horses that you can carry around in your handbag.
No, but you get miniature horses.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Explain. What?
There are mini horses.
Horses the size of a dog that a baby could ride.
Yeah, kind of. Bit
Is a
bigger than
donkey a horse?
Don't think so.
Could you make a donkey have sex with a horse? And what would you
Probably.
get?
I don't know.
What's the difference between a donkey and an ass?
They're the same thing, aren't they? But one's got no genitals or something.
How does that one breed?
It doesn't. It's like...
Well,
the
why didn't they just stop then?
I guess they just... They breed them because they're hardier and they last longer.
Yeah, but they can't breed them. They've got no genitals.
Well, they breed whatever happens to make a donkey, or whichever way around it is, I forget.
Farmers are clever folk, aren't they?
I think they probably fluked it, just breeding stuff together, and then it all went a bit mad.
So how did some of the pointless ones continue to exist? Why didn't the really aggressive ones that bite children's faces off, why didn't they just stop?
Because it's not the breed, it's the person who owns it.
But it's always Rottweilers.
It's not, though, is it?
I don't know.
People have like Labradors and Poodles that rip faces off and stuff.
You don't see stories in the Daily Mail about
You
killer
do.
Labradors.
I know
do
that's
you?
half. Yeah, I've got a friend who's very militant about all this and always posts stories where a Labrador or a Poodle or a Yorkshire Terrier has ripped someone's face off because Rottweilers get the bad stick, I suppose.
I wouldn't want a dog that was all muscle and teeth, though.
Well, yeah, I think that's the reason. I mean, if they're taught to be a bit mean, then obviously they're a bit more powerful, aren't they? Whereas a dog that's chubby still could bite your face off. It just doesn't because it's fat and
Yeah, you
lazy.
want a fat, lazy dog that doesn't really do a lot.
I mean, I've got nothing against people who want to own Rottweilers and all that, but I don't think they're very attractive dogs, personally. Like, then
Do they roll over and let you tickle their belly?
I'm sure they do, but I've whenever I've met them, they've just been like you said, piles of muscle, and I just find that a bit. I don't know.
Do they take steroids to get like that?
No, I don't think so. I think they're just bred to be strong.
Why can't they breed humans to be strong?
They can. They do. People used to, at least. I don't know so much now, but
Explain.
like, no, if you knew that your genes were kind of likely to, I don't know.
My jeans are likely to split at the back on the right leg.
Yeah, but if everyone in your family had that problem where their trousers split, then you might marry someone who's thin and your kids wouldn't have that problem anymore. You'd breed it out of your gene pool.
Does that work?
Pretty much. That's what people do.
Hmm.
It's like, I don't know, you just get... I don't know, if you just got the best, wolf and jet from the gladiators to breed, you'd end up with some sort of jet wolf that would be hyper strong and very attractive.
Because Jet's really strong.
Yeah.
So if you got a load of dogs,
Yep.
all different flavours,
Yep.
put them in the same room,
Mm-hmm.
would the ones that looked alike naturally breed with each other? Do you have to force it?
I don't know, you get the cockapoo, don't you? That's like a
So is that something someone's deliberately
cocker spaniel
created?
and a poodle. Or you get
these-
a corky, or whatever they're called. Like it's a cocker spaniel and a Yorkie.
What kind of dog can you get that just sort of sits around and is nice, doesn't want walking, doesn't jump up at you? Because my dog is a moron. You've met him, Dave
Yeah.
the dog. He's an idiot.
What breed is he? A Springer Spaniel, is
He's
it?
a Springer Spaniel.
Yeah.
He jumps a lot.
I told you not to get a spaniel. We got a spaniel, and she's a nightmare.
We were told to get a Spaniel because they can handle loud noises and rough and tumble and violent children and general
A
nonsense.
Labrador would have been better for you because it would have just laid around.
Well, how do you go about... Is there some kind of trade-in thing? Can you take them into CEX and swap it for a different one?
My dad has a Labrador and a Labrador Collie, and they're both pretty cool. They just laze
Interesting.
around. They go for long walks and stuff, but they'll just laze around when you want them
Yeah, see, Dave doesn't laze around. He'll sit for
to. You have
like
to break
a
that
second.
into him. 9 years of not being walked. That's what broke mine in.
That's got to be cruel.
No, I know.
surely.
She gets walked every day by my father-in-law. But, no.
That's a sweet deal you've got there. Does he want to walk another dog as well?
I'm sure if you offered him, like, small payment or something.
I'm not going to do that. He can just come and do it, just out of the kindness of his heart. Tell him there's a dog that jumps a lot that needs to have his energy burnt out of him. That's the problem. He needs his energy getting... And I'm not an energetic man.
No.
I get home from work and he's all leapy and energetic and I just want to lie down. But when I lie down, he sits on my face.
So what you need
Does
to
your
do...
dog sit on your
No,
face?
she doesn't. She sits on a cushion in a corner now.
Yeah, see, if I lie down on the sofa, Dave will just come and lie on the top half of my chest and a bit of my face, and he'll just stay there and start licking my ears
Weird.
until I move him. And so I can't lie down anymore.
So you need to get the laziest dog in the world to breed with another lazy dog and then have their offspring.
I have their offspring.
You keep the offspring.
Right, okay. And will that one be... Because I like to wrestle with my dog as well. Would I be able to wrestle with said lazy dog?
I imagine so, because
Is
it would take the beating.
Yeah, that's the best thing
You just
about...
elbow drop it and it wouldn't
That's the
do
best
anything.
thing about Dave. When he's not lying on my face and generally being annoying, if I'm in the mood for a scrap, which I am most days, I can just beat him up. And
You
he
need a
comes
son.
back at
That's
me.
what you need. My 2-year-old tries to fight me on a daily basis, and I just face slam him on the sofa.
That's what I do to Dave. Perhaps we should get your son and my dog to have a fight.
We should. That'd be interesting. I wonder
We
who
could
would
put that
win.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dave's pretty stupid. I think if
My son's pretty brutal.
yeah,
Pretty brutal.
we'll set this up. We'll put this on
Thumped me in the
YouTube.
eye
This will
earlier.
be by the time this episode comes out. This video will be on YouTube, and we'll probably be in prison. Want to get your question answered on a future episode of We're From The Internet? Head over to we'refromtheinternet.com/question, tweet your questions at Kevin Steve, email kevinsteve@gmail.com, or post them at facebook.com/kevinsteve, or even leave them in the comments for this episode.